Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathleen Yvette Allen. I'm so excited to share with you on today. I help resilient women take their power back from the baggage that's left from their traumatic life experiences. I help them to identify it, to confront it, and to be free from it once and for all. I like to call it drop that weight. Today, I want to talk about 5 ways that when we're walking in our power, we kind of forfeit it by the way we approach making decisions. Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit more. When we're walking in our power, a lot of people say, I want to walk in my power, I want to step in my power, I want to, take my power back. All of those things, what does that really mean? Okay, like what does it really mean to walk in my power and take my power back? Well, one clear distinction of someone who is walking in their power, they make decisions. You're constantly making decisions for your life. Sometimes we're doing it unconsciously, and other times we're doing it consciously. But from deciding what we're going to wear today, how we're going to comb our hair, all that we're going to do, what makeup we're going to put on, all of it, they're decisions that we're constantly making for our lives. But there's certain decisions that we make in a way that disempower us. So the first one I want to look at is settling. Settling is a decision. Now, I don't mean settling whereas you want this career path. Maybe you want to be a doctor and you're saying, oh, well, now I want to go in. You can't walk in nobody's hospital and decide you're going to practice medicine when you have not been to school and you haven't done any of the things to bring yourself into alignment to reach that goal, right? I'm talking about 2 viable solutions. You got solution A, you got solution B. Both of them are equally viable positions or situations that you can pick. But one, you're questioning whether you're worthy for it. This one right here, you're not sure if you're good enough for it. This one right here, you're still wondering, could I, shoulda, woulda, and you end up settling for this one, right? It's getting to this place where you are making the decision for the thing that you actually want. Now, to know that, you have to know what you actually want, right? If you know you want a Bentley, then you would know getting a Honda was settling, right? There's nothing wrong with a Honda. For somebody else, that's the goal, and that's what they want. They want a brand new Honda, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's not what you want and that's not your goal, that Honda, as wonderful as it is, can be an act of settling. Settling allows you to come into this disempowered place where you're not truly taking your power back, but you're allowing elements, you're allowing what your belief systems are, you're allowing the things that in your mind prevent you from walking flat-footed and going after the things you want. So just know, settling is a decision. The next one we're going to look at is no decision is a decision. Ooh, a lot of us do this. We know good and well we want a particular thing, and we decide, well, if I just don't decide at all, well, then I didn't make a decision. But not deciding is a decision. It's like a kid going into the bodega. You can tell I'm from New York. Hey, go into the bodega and they decide, their mom says, well, what potato chip do you want? And they just make no decision. The mom goes and picks up some pretzels, brings it outside, and be like, I don't want no pretzels. I don't like pretzels. No, I don't want that. Well, when you don't make a decision, you allow someone else to do the picking and choosing for you. And that's a disempowered place to be. When you're taking your power back, well, then you want to be the only one that's calling the shots of what's the next move is in your life, what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So making no decision is a decision that you don't want to make if you want to be in the place of taking your power back. Another thing that we do is ignore, and ignoring is a decision, right? So this is a little different. We tend to do this a lot with our bills. We get a bill in the mail and we just put it in the drawer and we ignore it. We don't look at it. We don't think about it, and we think it went somewhere. Now this bill is still here. It is still here. And sometimes when we ignore things that we can make a viable decision about, we end up compounding the situation. It comes worse. Now I'm talking about bills, but this could apply to anything. When you ignore your right to make a decision, then you can put yourself more in a consequential place because you didn't just decide, right? Decisions aren't always easy. Sometimes they're really hard. Sometimes you don't even like having to face it. But the moment that you do, you take the whole thunder out of it by saying, you know what, I'm going to look at this thing and I'm going to deal with it. Another thing that we tend to do is do nothing. So this is not the person who took it and put it in their drawer and they got their eyes closed. But no, this is the person that got it, opened it, looked at it, and then did nothing with it, right? And I'm talking about a bill, but what about all the other things in your life that you just haven't? You know you want to go to school. You know you want to make some changes in your life, but you have not done one single thing that's going to move you towards that. And doing nothing leads to, nothing. You know that old mathematical equation? Anything times 0 equals 0. So 5 times 0 equals, 0. 5 million times 0 equals, 0. I don't care if you have 5 million ideas, 5 ideas, 1 idea. If you don't do anything, no action, no decisions, no planning, you can expect 0, nothing. Because the decision of doing nothing leads to nothing. Taking your power back. Now, let me put a disclaimer. Sometimes doing nothing is a power move, right? Like when you could have addressed a situation, but you decided to say nothing. You could have stepped out yourself and, let a couple of things be known, but you decided to hold your peace. You, in that place, decided to use that power tool of silence to walk in your power. Now, yes, it's a very powerful tool, but you got to decide to do that. It has to be a strategy move. You have to say, you know what? As I'm deciding this situation, I have decided it does not warrant my response. It does not warrant me to even deal with it. I'm deciding to let it go. I'm deciding to forgive that. I'm deciding to not even go that route, right? That's a decision. But that's not the same as you didn't even look at your options. You just decided not to do anything. Doing nothing is a decision that oftentimes yields nothing, right? And then the last one is no is a decision and a complete sentence. Hello? Sometimes we are so afraid to say no. No gets easier when you fully know where it is you are headed, or you know what your goal is or your aim is. It's clear to see if this thing right here does not move you towards your goal. It is not advancing you. It's not healthy for you. It's not the best option for you. Then you can say no. Even if it was not an unhealthy choice, but it just wasn't the right thing for you right now. You didn't feel like it's something that you should do. No is a decision. And it also, there's a period could be right at the end of no. You don't have to explain. You don't have to say why unless you want to, but you don't have to. It's your choice to decide to just let no be a complete sentence. But listen, I hope you gain something of value. And I hope that you take your power back and you start making intentional, viable decisions for your life. You stop settling. You stop doing nothing. You stop making no decision. You stop ignoring. And you stop saying no when you know you really want to say yes. You say no because it is no. And you can leave it at no. Well, I hope that you're going to put one of these things into practice, because the most powerful thing you can do is take your power back. And the best way to do that is to make decisions for your life. Until we speak again, be well and stay well. And don't forget to subscribe, share the video with somebody. I thank you. Continue to keep on making your day amazing, because you're the only one that has the power to do just that.